now facing a potential court challenge from an NHS doctor. Dr. Moosa Qureshi is demanding the results of a 2016 study be made public, one that UK media reported showed the country was terrifyingly unprepared for a flu pandemic. The exercise was a 3-day simulation to test the coping abilities of the health services. For more on this, let's talk to Dr. Qureshi now. Thanks very much for taking the time to speak with us here on Euronews. What exactly do you think is in that report from 2016 that the government doesn't want made public?
Well, it's really difficult to know what's in that report because the government's kept it so secret, and that's the shocking thing. This report was conducted with the express purpose of informing the government, informing healthcare organisations, informing healthcare providers, medical practitioners, and the general public about what would happen if there was an influenza pandemic. It was supposed to be a learning exercise. And instead of learning from it, they've kept it secret. And obviously, now the pandemic flu has happened, and we've all been shocked by what's happened on the ground. It's just not the way to carry out preparatory exercise.
So now you're threatening to sue the government. You had requested a response by 4 p.m. today from the Health Secretary, Matt Hancock. Have you had anything back?
Well, I'm still getting that sort of information from the lawyers, and we have had a response. I cannot say what that response is yet, but we're going to decide, hopefully, over the next 24 hours how to address that response. I would emphasise, however, that this is a matter of urgency. We are in a situation where thousands, in fact, tens of thousands of people have died. Probably some of them, or definitely some of them, avoidable deaths in the United Kingdom. And we do need some sort of process of transparency so that we can make an assessment of the veracity of what we are being told, really to accept as if just accept on goodwill.
Moosa, just looking at the Health Secretary's comments today, where he's saying that families of NHS workers, social care workers who have died will be given £60,000. How does that make you feel in full light of the lack of PPE equipment that doctors such as yourself are facing?
Well, we can't put a value on a life, and £60,000 doesn't actually go a long way for a widow or for children who have lost their father or mother. But it's not really about money. It's about finding out the truth and finding out transparently what has been going on. I'm a medical doctor, and scientists and medics realise the value of transparency, peer review, collaboration and engagement with the public. And there's simply no persuasive argument for secrecy when you're trying to deal with and manage a pandemic flu.
And you're wearing your scrubs now, you're in hospital. What are the sort of scenes that you're seeing day in, day out?
So I would say actually on the ground, I'm very proud of how my colleagues have coped on the ground. We've developed a very efficient system to deal with what has turned out to be a public health emergency. But again, I don't want to divert to what's going on the ground. We are coping, we are dealing with it. But the question is, why better preparations were not made when we had an exercise 3 years ago which told us there were serious problems, and why we're not even being told, even as many of our colleagues are dying on the front line, why we're not even being told what was in that report. I actually think that's profoundly disrespectful to the medical and the nursing profession and to the healthcare workers who have died.
Dr. Moosa Qureshi threatening to take the UK government to a judicial review. Thank you very much for speaking to Euronews.